Today in this video, I'm here to answer the age-old question. Can you beat Fallout 4 with only the Junkjet? And this took hours to make, so you should like the video, you little bitch. It all started off with me making myself look like Trevor, and then I talked to Codsworth, and it was time to choose my name.
He looks like an Antonio. There we go, Antonio, perfect.
Right. And then it came to my stats, where I had 5 into strength for perks like Heavy Gunner, and then perception, endurance, and charisma didn't matter much, but I needed 6 in intelligence for science and gun whatever, tinkerer, I don't know its name, I don't care. And then I put the rest into luck because I ain't no basic bitch. Then I found out the bombs are gonna drop, so I bravely ran away from my family to the vault. I watched the bombs drop, got frozen in a weird machine, saw my wife die and my child get taken.
Oh my god!
And then it was finally time to cook. Except not really, because I had to dodge all these rad roaches like a pro.
We chill? We're not chill. We are not chill.
Then I got my brand new, beautiful Pip-Boy that's only been sitting there for 200 years and headed out for the wasteland. After that, I ran past my old home, into the Red Rocket stop, picked up dog meat because I thought why not, and then ran into a man fighting ghouls at a police station miles away.
You guys got this. Yeah! Look at you guys go! There's still more coming, man.
Then I decided if I wasn't going to do anything, I at least should get a little hurt.
This car gonna explode again? Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Jesus!
Then after all the ghouls died, I found out he was with the Brotherhood of Steel, and we set out on a little mission, where instead of me helping him, he just led the way, all the way down to a secret facility that held the Junkjet.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
the Junkjet. My one and only gun. It's so beautiful. Man, I don't care.
After getting my one and only gun, I filled it with a bunch of shit that I've gotten and set Dance on fire, and then immediately got fucking wrecked.
You gotta fight me, man? I got a weapon. Alright, so aiming is less efficient than not aiming. I've learned that today. Oh, and I'm dead. I'm dead. That was fast.
Then after dying, I managed to get my act back together and escaped with Paladin Dance. He gave me a little neat weapon that I was never going to use. I went back to Red Rocket Station to build fences for an hour. For a fucking hour. That's not a joke. For an hour. A fucking hour. And then it was time to spend my points, and of course I got Heavy Gunner and Idiot Savant, because luck, and then I got Gun Nut and Science. Along with that, I got Lone Wanderer, and accidentally got Lead Belly.
I did not mean to do that. Well, I have lead belly now.
Then I finally went home after 200 years and got scared by a roach.
Whoa, I'm in this. Oh shit, oh my god! Oh! Dog meat, go away, dog meat.
Be best if we split up for a while, boy.
Well, now that just made me sad.
After being sad, I talked to Codsworth, thought he was broken, so I reloaded his save a few times to see if that would fix him. Turns out it did not, and then after struggling with that, I went to go help out Preston Garvey.
You're trying to dodge my junk, bitch?
Then to help him, I went up to church and got the power armor, and then reenacted the Civil War, except if they had a giant mech suit and a gun that fired random garbage. And then I went outside and fought a dinosaur.
Now we're a little fucked. Fuck, curse shit.
After I defeated the Deathclaw, I met with Preston Garvey at my old home. And then I worked on the good old Junkjet to make it just a teensy bit better.
No, I cannot.
Then I went to Diamond City, where I did an interview with a strange reporter. They told me to go see Nick Valentine, so I went there, and then the receptionist told me to find him in a vault, underground. So, that's where I headed next.
That's what's happening?
But then on the way, I got distracted by Trinity Towers, so I went up there, killed all the mutants, saved the dude and the other mutant there, and then told Strong he could come with me, and they told him to fuck off immediately.
It's time for us to part ways.
After that, I made it down to the subway station and then killed a bunch of mobsters. Then made it to the vault and killed a bunch more mobsters. And then finally made it to Nick Valentine, and then afterwards, we killed a bunch more mobsters. And then we found the daughter that ran away. I couldn't convince them to leave.
Damn it.
So I murdered them with junk and left with Nick Valentine. And then I met Nick in Diamond City. I threw stuff at his receptionist's face because they looked at me funny, and I described the man who killed my wife and stole my child to Nick. He told me he looked like a man named Kellogg and he had a house here in town. So of course I stole the key to that house from the mayor after he told me I couldn't have it, and I opened it up myself, finding a secret room and getting dog meat to follow a trail.
Say, that's not a bad idea.
After saying I was going to use dog meat, I decided I'd just go off on my own, because I thought I knew where Kellogg was. Turns out I have the directions of a 5-year-old, so I went back to dog meat like an ashamed child, and followed him.
Jesus. Oh my god.
After following dog meat for a while, he brought me to Kellogg's new home, and it was quite nice. But before I went and destroyed it all, I upgraded my Junkjet to add the electric modification to it. And then, I just started destroying all the turrets on top of his house. And then I went inside of it and destroyed all the robotics inside the house. And finally met Kellogg face to face.
Do I want to hear him out?
Not really. After deciding I didn't want to hear Kellogg out, I murdered all of his robots, then murdered him, grabbed all of his shit, and left. Then while leaving, I saw a giant metal ship go by. And I went back to Nick Valentine. He told me that I should go to Dream Den and analyze the chip there. So that's where I went.
Memory den.
I ran straight to the basement and asked the doctor if she could help us. She said yes and connected the device I had to Nick so I could go and see Kellogg's memories. I went all the way through them and found out the biggest secret about the Institute. That they use teleportation and that they're hunting somebody called Virgil. So where I set off next was obvious. And of course it was the Brotherhood of Steel, so I could get myself a new, nice, shiny piece of power armor and set off to my real quest.
Perfect.
And then I set off on my journey in the irradiated sea and immediately ran into the Enclave. And murdered them all, finding a better piece of power armor and a lot of hell along the way.
Yeah, don't try to run now. Holy shit, he exploded right here.
After dealing with the Enclave, I ran into the Children of Adam, and I asked them where Virgil was. They pointed me towards his cave. I went to there and explained to Virgil that I was no threat and that I killed whatever his name is. I don't remember his name. And then I went off after he told me to go find a courser for the next step. Eventually, I found the building the courser was in and traveled to the top, fighting through humans who did not like me. Then at the top, I defeated the courser easily with just some springs and cloth, and snatched the chip right out of his head. And immediately afterwards, followed the Freedom Trail all the way to the railroad, and then forgot how to spell railroad.
Railroad? Railroad.
And then I met the railroad for the first time. They were quite a friendly bunch. I had them analyze the courser chip for me, and then I went back to Virgil because that's what I needed to do. And he gave me the plans on what to do next. So I needed help from one of the factions, either the Railroad, the Minutemen, or the Brotherhood of Steel. I nearly forgot their name. Anyways, after that, I thought, why not the Railroad? But then they made me mad. They weren't going to do it instantly. So, I said it with the Brotherhood, and they weren't going to do it either. But at this point, I was too far in. So I helped out the Brotherhood with a few things, and murdered a bunch of super mutants. A lot of super mutants. And then they were like, we need your help. So I built the giant machine there and went straight to the Institute.
Put that there.
But before I was teleported there, I was handed a holotape to collect Institute information. And then I was sent off.
Stay safe.
After I teleported to the Institute, I took some information from the
scanner.
Brotherhood, and then I met Sean. Turns out he wasn't Sean, and then I met Father, and then Father turned out to be my son. That was weird. And then Father put his faith into me and wanted me to meet the rest of the crew. Instead of doing that, I went straight to the lady that the Brotherhood wanted and tried to convince her to come back. She did not want to, but she said she would if I gave her proof on what happened to Virgil. So that's what I set off to do. And then I broke into Virgil's office and then found proof that he was not in fact dead and bring it back to her. She realized that the Institute were all liars, and I went back to the Brotherhood of Steel. Honorable. Or something. I don't know. And then I gave back the holotape with all the information, and then found out about Liberty Prime. And then I think I started helping on Liberty Prime, but I don't know. That footage got corrupted, so who knows. All I know now is I went to a hospital for a big magnet.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh shit.
Yeah, I got that big magnet.
I power magnet.
After that, I built some things for Liberty Prime's limbs, and then I was sent off to find a bunch of nukes. But then I found out I was wrong, and the other part wasn't corrupted, it's this part. And so I never recorded myself getting all those nukes and setting up Liberty Prime. But in the meantime, I found out that Paladin Dance was actually a synth. But not before running into a maniac with a flamethrower.
Oh shit! Oh fuck, you're that guy!
Then I hunted Paladin Dance down.
Running.
I managed to get to his bunker, and I convinced him with my 3 charisma, only 4 attempts, that he should live and keep on living.
Shit!
And then with 1 attempt, I convinced the Admiral to not be mad at me.
You need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
I have no fucking charisma!
Whether he's human or not.
You're a stubborn man. So,
Oh my god!
guess we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated.
After saving Paladin Dance's life,
My
I
charisma
took
is
over his
3.
role as Paladin and stole all of his shit.
Sick.
And then I was told to murder the railroad. So I set off and got the best kill ever with my Junkjet.
Oh my fucking god! With a fucking cow skull! What the hell?
Then I broke into the railroad's office and killed a lot of them.
Oh my god, you died.
Every single special railroad member was dead. And then also
Sorry,
a
Tinker
robot.
Top.
But after that, it was finally time to get the last piece to Liberty Prime. And I set off on one of those ship things.
go.
Razor birds. I don't know what they're called. Okay, man. I don't know. At this point, I
Let me
was worried
land.
the vertibird was going to blow up again, because I was not allowed to fire a single shot of that minigun. But it all worked out, and I
Really want
landed.
to take this synth? Fuck. Really want to take this synth? Fuck.
After fighting all the synths, I got a key card to the elevator, got ambushed, fixed the elevator, got into another ambush, fought more synths, and then went down to the nuclear reactor. Then I went into the reactor and grabbed the piece I wanted straight out of there, setting off an alarm system, so I had to fight my way through a bunch of robots.
Get springed on, kid! I don't know what that was, but get it on!
Once I got past the alarm, I went back up and fought a bunch of synths. And then I went back home to repair my power armor and give the Junkjet its final upgrade.
Incendiary.
And I was ready for the
Well,
march
a lot of
with
nuclear
Liberty
power
Prime.
here. Let's go.
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists.
We're not going after the Chinese.
Probability of
That was
Chinese
200
victory.
years ago.
Impossible.
Ad Victoriam!
Proceed
Ad
to
Victoriam.
target coordinates.
After following
God
Liberty's
damn,
crime for
close
what
book.
felt like ages to his Chinese beating goal, I guess, we made it to the Institute, where the Enclave appeared for a guest appearance and was instantly nuked.
Why is the Enclave here? What purpose does the Enclave have? Oh my god. They were just incinerated.
Then Liberty Prime murdered one of our men when blowing a hole into the Institute, and to honor that man, I went straight into the Institute.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god! He was incinerated! Jesus!
Directive.
After getting into the Institute, I was handed a small
Alright, let's go do
explosive
this.
to blow it up, and then I started running through it, killing many synths on the way, but eventually, I saw Father on his deathbed. I asked him if he wanted to help, there would be less civilian deaths, and he said nah. So I shot some random shit from my pocket into his face, ending him once and for all. Then I ran through more of the Institute,
Fuck this,
killing
I'm
more
running through
synths
the
and doctors, because why not?
No
But eventually I
survivors.
made it to the reactor and placed the bomb down. I teleported back to the front of the
Get followed
Institute,
later.
and I saw Robo-Sean standing there. He said, Father, he wanted to come with me, but I said, fuck that, because he didn't even know who I was in the beginning. Fuck that. Hell no. Dude can sit there and rot. After leaving Robo-Sean for dead for all of his sins against humanity, I teleported to the rooftop, and I flicked open the button, ready to end this once and for all. And I pressed that button, beating Fallout 4 with only the Junkjet. You know, going through all that, making this whole video was wild. I mostly did it because the Fallout show came out, and then, you know, I had to get back into Fallout. And then I went and watched some Mitten Squad videos, and I found out that dude was dead. And I was like, well, that dude made content that I fucking loved. So I thought I would try out one of his challenges, and this was fucking awesome. But just like something he would say at the end of all his videos, if you liked this video, or learned something, give it a like. And if you didn't like this video, or didn't learn something, give it a dislike. See you guys later.